Recording episode 17 of Rocco on the Rocks. Action. Cue the music. What's up, rock stars? Welcome to another episode of Rocco on the Rocks. Everyone, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. I am so sorry, everyone, for taking my time here. I have just been so booked and busy, and I didn't have enough time to record. I honestly didn't. I didn't allocate any time for me to schedule some interviews as well and just like sit down and record my podcast for all of you. But you know what? It's fine. We're back in business. We're ready to go. I'm back from my hiatus, so we're good. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So on today's episode, I'm just going to give you a life update of what's been going on in the world of Rocky P and why I've been so booked and busy and still broke, honestly. We're going to jump right in. So on today's menu of Scrump or Dump, we are going to make a Rocky P classic, which is a tequila seltzer. It's the thing I always order at the bar. It keeps me sane, keeps me going, and I love her. So we're going to be using vintage seltzer today, lime flavored, because the limes that I found in my fridge are no good. And this actually is flat. So that's super fun. Oh, I actually should have went in with tequila first. You guys can tell I'm a little off my game here. I'm starting with a seltzer. It's fine. We're going to add in the tequila. We'll just mix it. We're going in with 818. It's the tequila we always use, just because I have an abundance of it, as I've said before. So we're using her until she's gone. Today's recipe is just tequila and seltzer. Usually at the bar when they do give me the lime, I never really use it anyway. It's just for the garnish and for show, but whatever. Cheers, rock stars. Now that's a Scrump. A classic. A Rocky P classic. I really do love this drink. It's so easy to make, especially when you're home, while you use tequila and seltzer. I mean, it really just does the job for itself, you know? So let's get down to business. Okay, so my last episode with you guys was my episode with my friend Kim, and that was on April 18th. It has been hold on, I even pulled out my calendar here if you're watching on YouTube. 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 weeks since I haven't posted. I'm so sorry, everyone. But yeah, I've been booked and busy. So pretty much after Kim's episode, it was Earth Day on April 22nd. Gotta show love to the earth. But that weekend was actually, we were celebrating my friend Devin's birthday, who was also on the podcast, and we went to AC. That was my first time ever in AC, Atlantic City. Let me tell you, it was the time of my life. I loved every second of it. The guys and I went down the night before. We went to Caesars. We stayed at Caesars. And I've never gambled before. It's not really like my thing. Well, I wouldn't say it's not my thing. I don't have a good poker face. So I could actually never play poker because I laugh all the time. And I have a very bubbly personality. So I would totally just say to the person next to me, what card you got in that hand of yours, you know? And probably would just get kicked out of the casino. So luckily, I only played blackjack and 1 round of roulette. And that was it. So those are my safe games. I didn't play any of the slots because honestly, I wasn't understanding them and the games were just weird. So I stuck it to blackjack. But regardless, never been to a casino, first time, and I had a ball. I loved every second of it. So we stayed at Caesars. Honestly, when we were there, not a lot of people were there. And I think that was better because we sat at a table and it was so much fun. I had beginner's luck at first. I was winning. I was doing so good. It was crazy. I got blackjack the first time because we sat at the blackjack table and I got blackjack the first time, which was crazy. And then I was doing really, really well and I was up a lot and then lost it all. But I will say blackjack low-key is hard because at some points I was feeling the tequila seltzers because they were flowing because they come over and they offer you drinks, for free because you're playing. And at some points I couldn't add anymore. I really couldn't. It was you hit me or not, I kind of was able to add up some of the cards as I was watching it go down. But no, not at all. I also was really shocked because I didn't realize that they place the cards face up when you're playing blackjack. Again, my first time there. So everyone's cards was face up, and I was kind of confused at first, and I'm like, well, I can see all the cards that everyone has. Like, that's weird. And it was obviously because the dealer is the one, like, he's not playing. So he's dealing out the cards, and you're playing against the dealer. I ended up learning that. It's fine. But I was really expecting, like, that Percy Jackson scene where they're, like, eating the lotuses and you're staying there, like, all night long, gambling, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, it kind of was giving that. Like, we were having a lot of fun, the four of us. Then the next day, we met up with the girls, and we celebrated Devin's birthday. We went to a different casino. We went to the Ocean, or Oceans, whatever it's called, and got ready there. Went out for Devin's birthday again. Played blackjack a little bit there too. But honestly, the time we played blackjack there, we played in like the sports room, which was really cool, I have to say. Like all the games going on and everyone like betting on the sports. I was able to see that as well. That blackjack table, I was kind of getting really intimidated because the dealer was like making me really nervous because she kept adding like faster than I was in my head, and she would just tell me like how many I had, and she's like, do you want to hit or not? And I was like, I don't know, you're making me nervous. And she was like confusing me as we were playing the game, so it was really getting in my head, and I didn't do that well. Until she switched, the dealers ended up switching, and then I did pretty well, and was able to be up like $20, and then I left the table. And then we ended up going to a club. We went to the H2 club, I believe it was, and that was a lot of fun. I was really, really tired. At one point, I did just close my eyes standing there on the dance floor because I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, oh, like, it's time to sleep. You know when you like get to that point where you're just like literally exhausted from everything you're doing? Like, being up all night the night before and then, you know, rallying for the next day. Like, I just like hit that lull point. I mean, it was like 2 a.m. at that point in the club. And I was just like, all right, it's time for me to shut my eyes. So I just stood in the middle of the dance floor, eyes closed. And it was only for a couple minutes there. But I was like alive and well. But that's always my go-to. If you're out at the club and you're just tired, just stand there with your eyes closed. No one's going to question it, you know? The lights are off anyway, or like going crazy. Like, everyone's either going to think like you're tripping or something, and like no one's really going to question you. So they'll just move on. But in all honesty, if you see me doing it, like, I'm just asleep. And I'm like just resting until I'm ready to go again. Because I need like the second win. So I just close my eyes until it comes, and then I'm usually good to go. But AC was an overall success. It kind of was giving the Percy Jackson scene when they're in Vegas. I'm really excited because I had like a first taste to gambling, and I will be going to Vegas after. I'll be going to Vegas next week, actually, and I'm really excited because I can't wait to gamble there as well. I'm also staying at Caesars there, so it's going to be giving Hangover. It's so fun. I can't wait to relive that movie and probably have like the time of my life. So super excited for that, and like again to go out and gamble because it's just fun. I really enjoyed it, and it was fun because like I was with all my friends, so I'm going to be with all my friends again, and we're going to have a great time. So that was the weekend after Kim's episode. So that was Devin's birthday. I was in AC, living it up, having a ball. Then after that, I had to go to Chicago for a week, so I was there doing some press and work things. So that was really fun. Never been to Chicago before. I tried the deep dish pizza there. Honestly, I went to, what was the place called? I think it was called like Luminati or something like that, or Deluminati. I'm totally going to butcher that, so my apologies. But I went there. I had like a couple slices of pizza. Like, we ordered like a family style almost. Like, they were like personal pie sizes, but we ordered 3 of them. So we were all able to cut and like have a piece and try it. Me and everyone I had went with. And honestly, kind of a dump. Like, for me, it was just too doughy, too much cheese. There was too much going on. I couldn't handle it. My stomach was in shambles that whole week. It was in shambles. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. I understand the hype. Like, it's very hearty, I guess you could say. But it's a lot. It is totally a lot. Then I did go to a White Sox game, though. And I wanted to try a Chicago hot dog, but I also looked at that because one of the people I was with got it, and honestly, I couldn't do it. I really wanted to, and I wanted to film a Scrump or Jump, but I just like couldn't stomach it. Like, that pizza stayed with me the entire week, so it wasn't for me. But I did have a lot of fun in Chicago. It was really cool. I do want to go back to like explore more. Like I said, I was working and doing some press, so I didn't have. I didn't have a lot of time, but it was a lot of fun, and it's really cool. And the Bean was under construction. I was kind of sad about that. I really wanted to see the Bean. Didn't get the chance to see it, but that's okay. Maybe I'll go back again sometime, and I can see it. And then that leads us into May. I was in Chicago like end of April into May. Then we had Mother's Day. I was going to film a Mother's Day episode. Totally missed that opportunity as well. I got to spend time with my mom. We had a wonderful Mother's Day and birthday celebration. My mom's birthday was on Mother's Day. That usually happens every couple years because my mom's birthday is May 12th. So usually always falls on Mother's Day or like the day before or like that Mother's Day weekend. So because of that, we obviously had to do multiple celebrations. So on Saturday, we took her to our favorite restaurant in the city. We went to Uva next door. Let me tell you guys, if you've never been to Uva next door, you have to go. The pizza is phenomenal. Chef's kiss. Like such a scrump. It's so good. They also do this special called Martini Mondays. I haven't gone to this yet and I need to go. If you order a pizza, it's $4 martinis. Like that's insane. On Mondays only. Martini Mondays, obviously. And I need to go. I need to try it. I'm not a martini lover, but maybe I will be if I go have pizza there on a Monday. To have a $4 martini, say less. I probably should gatekeep that, but I really do love this restaurant and just want them to do well because, I mean, they will regardless. Their food's amazing. They're always booked and busy, but it's wonderful. I really want to take my friends there because I think they'll like it a lot. But regardless, we got pizza and then I had some drinks. I always get the Sicilian Dragon. It's like this. Honestly, it's like a spicy margarita almost, but it's pink. It's spicy tequila. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. I don't even know what else is in it. It's just amazing. It's a wonderful drink. And if you're ever in the city and you need some place to go, I highly recommend Uva next door. It is in between East 77th and East 78th, I think. So it's up there. It's on the Upper East Side. It's high up. If you like don't like going up there sometimes, or if that's too far of a trek for you, I totally understand, but it's worth it. It's totally worth it. You can take the Q subway line there because it's in between East 70. I think it stops at 77th Street. So you could take it there and then hop right out and you're like down the block from it. It's super easy to get to. And again, I highly recommend. The pizza is to die for. I filmed a Scrump or Dump there. You could see it on my TikTok. It's amazing. It's wonderful. I always post about it constantly because I go all the time, but I will try to go for Martini Mondays. That's my to-do. So Saturday we celebrated my mom's birthday and then Mother's Day came around, which was also my mom's birthday and Mother's Day, but again, two different celebrations. The queen deserves it. We just hung out at the house, did some nice things, had breakfast, had dinner, and just hung out, you know, nothing too crazy. It was very, very cordial, very simple. But it was really nice to just like spend time with my mom, even though we spend time all the time because we all live together. But it is nice to celebrate her and all the things that she does. And I also went to go see Nona, obviously. Can't forget about her. She's doing well for those who have been asking me. And then this week was a really exciting week of May 13th. I got to meet Shaun White this week, which was really cool. Not name dropping or anything, but I did get to meet Shaun White. He was really cool, really nice guy. I said two things to him. Hi, my name is Rocco. Actually, one thing, which was that. I just introduced myself and then shook his hand and he had to go do press and then that was pretty much it. But he was super nice. I had an awesome time meeting him. I was hoping that, you know, his girlfriend, Nina Dobrev, would be there as well, but she wasn't, which was totally fine. Obviously, meeting Shaun was just as cool. I kind of was hoping to meet Nina too, but it's fine. It's fine. Then that weekend, May 18th, I, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, ran... and I have my medal here, the Brooklyn Half Marathon. Yes, I ran this. Let me tell you guys, this was probably the most fun thing I've ever done. And I feel like people, I don't know, I feel like I get mixed reviews. Like people either run it and they hate it, or everyone's always like, how can you run for that long? That's like so tiring, blah, 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 blah. I only ran it in, my final time was 2 hours and 4 minutes. And I had, when I was signing up for it, I had put down my time to be 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I clearly surpassed that, which was amazing because I had like runner's high the whole time, probably around like mile 5 or 6. I was just in like autopilot and just like was cruising. And I was going faster than I had expected. Like even when I was like looking down on my Apple Watch, I was like, oh, I should probably pace myself here. But honestly, I felt like really good. So I just kind of was going with the flow of it and was having a lot of fun. And then after that, after the race, I had to go to the Morgan Wallen concert. So I saw Morgan Wallen, which was cool. I've just been so booked and busy because it's my year of yes. I'm not saying no to anything, honestly. Well, within reason. But I feel like that's why I've been doing so many things and had so much going on. And honestly, I've been loving every second of it because I always like being booked and busy. And this has just been a lot of fun. The marathon, though, I must say, was probably the highlight so far. Besides my mom's birthday, obviously, and celebrating Dev's birthday, which was a lot of fun, and going to Chicago and meeting Shaun White. These are all things I'm really grateful for and was able to do. But let me tell you, this half marathon was so much fun. I had a great playlist, all Warped Tour, early 2000s. It got me through the whole thing. The crowd was pretty good. I had anticipated. I didn't really actually know what I was getting myself into when I was running this half. I barely trained. My one friend, actually, Allie, shout out to her, she gave me a running plan. She made it for me. And I will be honest, I did not follow it at all. Maybe I followed the first week of it, the first 2 weeks. And then after that, I just couldn't. I just started to do my own thing. It's hard for me to follow a schedule sometimes, and I totally fell off. It was the week before, and I was like, I haven't hit 10 miles yet, and I was supposed to run 10 miles 2 weeks before the race, and I didn't do that. So instead, I ran it the week before, and honestly, it was fine. Kim actually would run with me on the occasion from time to time whenever I would go out on the run, because she's from her episode mentioned that she had ran a half, so I would run with her, and we would talk a lot throughout the runs when we would go together. So I'd be listening to music but also be talking to her at the same time, so it would help me keep a conversational pace, and it was more of that 10-minute mile pace to kind of help me understand breathing and overall stamina and endurance throughout the race. So when I had to run the 10 miles, Kim obviously wasn't going to run the whole 10 miles with me because she wasn't really training for the half with me. She was just coming on the runs with me because she obviously enjoys running as well. She met up with me for the latter half of it. So I ran the first 5 miles alone, met up with her at a meeting point, and then we ran the rest of the 5. So I literally only ran 10 miles prior to the race, and then I was okay, that wasn't too bad. I think I can run 13. Got there the day of the half, and I flew down the track. It was amazing. We started at the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens and then ran all the way down to Coney Island. And let me tell you, that whole course was downhill. It was amazing. It was so easy. And I was kind of skeptical and really nervous because I felt like this course was going to be really hard because when I was looking at it, the elevation was really high, but that was clearly just because we were higher elevated than where Coney Island is. So in the grand scheme of things, it was all downhill, and it was a wonderful race. I loved every second of it. My mom, my sister, and Kim actually came to the race, so I saw them at the end. I saw them towards the finish line, and we ended on the Coney Island boardwalk. So at this point, I have no service. I really have no service pretty much throughout the race because there's so many people there. The cell towers are just not working. I end the race. I walk through to wherever. I get my medal, and I'm in this one area where it's the family, the family after party or family reunion and after party was what it was labeled. And I'm standing in the spot and I have no service whatsoever. So I'm kind of moving around to get a little bit service. And I finally got a text from my sister being oh, we're standing in front of Nathan's Hot Dogs. Cause on Coney Island, they have Nathan's Hot Dogs. That's what they're known for. And I'm oh, okay. So I walk over to Nathan's Hot Dogs, nowhere in sight. They are nowhere in sight. I'm okay. Let me do another lap around. I go around, try to find them again. Nope, nowhere in sight. I'm okay, I have no service still. I don't know how I'm supposed to contact them. I'm just walking around, eating an apple that I grabbed from one of the tables that they had for after the race. I grabbed a water, apples, and pretzels, and I was just kind of munching on that as I'm walking around. I should have just bought myself a hot dog, but I just was let me find my family first. So, okay, I see this group of cops. And I go up to them because I'm I have to see if I can borrow one of their phone. I have to call my mom. I'm literally lost. Or I lost them. And I'm sure they're probably freaking out as to where I am, right? Because we didn't plan a meeting point at the end, which we should have, but now we know for the future, we'll plan a meeting spot. Anyway, you live and you learn. So I go up to the cop and I go, hi. I was I'm a lost adult, and I actually have to use your phone so I could call my mom. He literally started cracking up, and I was no, I'm literally dead serious. I need to use your phone because I'm a lost adult. And he was no, trust me, I totally get it. This happens all the time, especially during races. And I'm oh, yep. So I use his phone, doesn't work. He has no service. I call my mom, I call my sister, I call Kim, nothing goes through. And then I see there's a Dunkin' on the corner, so I go into the Dunkin', I connect to the Wi-Fi, I finally get service, all texts are going through. They got my text as to where I was standing, so they had walked back to the family reunion area, and I was like, well, missed that. And then they got my text of being like, no, I'm at Nathan's. So then they finally came back to Nathan's, and I was like, wait, just come into the Dunkin' that's across the street, whatever. Finally met up with them, went home. We were like laughing when we reunited because it was just so funny. Honestly, I lost them for like an hour basically, but it was fine. I eventually found them. And then we came home. I had lunch with all of them. I got ready. I got dressed. I showered, got dressed, and then left for the concert. We tailgated. I was drinking beer. I was trying to hold my own. I was like so lights on, no one's home, honestly, because I was like, I don't even know what I just did. Like the day, I feel like I've lived 10 lives already. I'm tailgating with my friends, and then we go into the concert. This is the only time I fell asleep. I literally fell asleep for the one opening act we watched, and then woke up for Morgan Wallen. And let me tell you, great performer, I have to say. He's a very good performer. I don't follow country music, nor do I listen to it. I only went because I was invited and tickets were free. So, and it's my year of yes, so I couldn't really say no. And I don't really know anything about him, but amazing concert. Wonderful. It really, really was. And that's been my life so far. And then this week I was just in Rhode Island, came home. I'm recording this episode right now for all of you. It's Memorial Day weekend. We have so many fun things coming up. Juicehead Central on the beach, if you know what I'm referring to, Jersey Shore. And that's where I'll be this weekend, down for Memorial Day, the Jersey Shore, baby. I'm so excited. I leave tomorrow after work. Or actually, when you're listening to this episode on Friday, I'm leaving today after work, going down to the Jersey Shore. And I will be living the Jersey Shore fantasy of Paulie, Vinny, Mike, Snooki, JWoww, Dina, Sam, Ronnie, everyone. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Gym Tan Laundry. Like, it's going to be so much fun. T-shirt time. People are probably listening to this cringing, but if you know, you know. That show's amazing. Great reality TV, probably the best of all time. And I'm so excited. So I'll be there from Friday to Saturday, come home, have a couple things going on Sunday, Monday, and then I leave for California. I leave for my trip to California, which I'm so excited for because it's my first time in California. Never been. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. So many things are planned. I actually have, if you guys know what I'm talking about, that TikTok sound. Well, it's the one episode of the Kardashians, but it's now a TikTok sound as well, where Chloe's talking to Scott and she's like, I'm so busy this week. And he asks her what she has going on. And she goes, well, I have Nobu on Thursday, Vegas Friday. And then she says something else that's on Saturday, which I don't remember what it was, but that's actually our schedule. We have Nobu on Thursday. We have Vegas on Friday. And I don't know what we have on Saturday, but like, it's so perfect. So I will be making that TikTok with that audio because iconic. Can't miss an opportunity, you know? So yeah, that's my life. That's where I've been. Booked, busy, and broke, honestly. That's my MO. But it's my year of yes, so I've been enjoying it. Giving me a lot of opportunities. I would have never thought I would have ran a half marathon. Never thought I would have gone to Chicago. Never thought I would have went to AC. So that was fun for Dev's birthday. Finally got to gamble a little bit. Dip my toes into that world. And also got to meet Shaun White, which was really cool, I must say. But I've been enjoying this year so far. Been enjoying everything that I've been doing so far. I'm so sorry that I haven't had time to schedule some interviews. I will be picking this back up. Like, I'll be recording hopefully in Cali as well. I'm going to try to do like a vlog style video podcast episode. So if you want to watch it on YouTube, you can. You'll probably see like all the places I'll go. If you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, like you'll see all my scrumper dumps as well. All my outfits. I have been planning them for quite some time. So we got a lot coming up. I'm going to try to get better at getting some people on for some interviews as well, so we can continue to make drinks and have a lot of fun on this show for our happy hour. Although, you know, with me, when it's just a solo episode, it's usually a happy half hour because I feel like talking for an hour can be a lot. And I'm tired. I have a lot going on, and I kind of need to get to bed because it's wake up tomorrow, work, then head down to the Jersey Shore I don't even know what I'm wearing. I have to figure that out. I don't even know what bar we're going to, actually. I believe we're going to go to Bar A. Haven't been there yet. Usually go to Donovan's. We're going to do Donovan's on Saturday, I think, which is always fun. Love Donovan's. They have the rum buckets, which are pretty good. They're a scrump, I must say. And they'll do the job, that's for sure. They'll get you drunk pretty quickly. I don't think Jenks is in the game plan for us. Might be a little too far, but you never know. You never know. Things could change. We go with the motion of the ocean and see where we end up, you know? So I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love the Jersey Shore. Love Memorial Day weekend. Again, juice heads everywhere. So gonna be a good time. Gonna be a good time. Or Gorilla Central is what she says actually in the show. I think so. I think she's like, she wakes up Snooki. JWoww wakes up Snooki in the show and she's like, get up. It's Memorial Day weekend. Gorillas everywhere out there. Someone comment, is it gorillas or juice heads? Let me know, because you guys will know, because I'm not looking it up right now. That's pretty much what's been going on in my life. I'm so sorry. It's been over a month, 5 weeks exact, that I haven't recorded anything for you guys. I'm so sorry. Finally, I had some time. Just wanted to give you some updates. And that's where I'm at. I'm loving life. I'm having so much fun. I hope you all are as well. And if this is inspiring you, well, I hope this inspires you to also just, maybe if you haven't yet, start your year of yes. And you could just be booked and busy and loving life and enjoying everything that it brings you and just taking it all on, you know? So that's what I've been doing. It's been working for me thus far, knock on wood. So I can't complain, and I've really been loving every second of it. That's today's episode. All right, and to wrap it up, I'm going to give the shout-outs as I always do. So again, shout out to my family, my parents, my sisters. Thank you guys for always supporting me. Shout out to the brothers, the Poos, and always Caitlin and Mackenzie, my creative directors. I love you all so very much. Can't wait to be spending time with all of you guys. I miss you guys. I feel like I haven't seen everyone in so long, so I'm very excited to just have some weekends with my friends and just enjoy it, and also be going on vacation with Kate and Mackenzie. Can't wait. This is going to be so fun. LA and Vegas. I'm so excited. Remember, rock stars, always be your best self. Do not forget to smile. Life's what you make it, so let's make it rock. I will hopefully see you all next week. If not, follow the Instagram to find out and to keep updated on when episodes are going to be coming out and when they're going to be released. I know I've been changing it up. It's usually on Thursdays. Hasn't been on Thursdays that much, obviously. This episode's coming out on Friday, so again, follow the Instagram. You'll find out on the stories when things will be coming out. You can follow the Instagram at rocco.ontherocks, and you can follow this on YouTube. Like and subscribe as well, Rocco on the Rocks on there. And again, listen on Spotify and Apple Music to listen to this wonderful podcast. Have an absolutely wonderful Memorial Day weekend if you're going out and having a grand old time. Remember to drink responsibly and just have fun, all right? I will see you all next week, rock stars. Thanks so much. Bye.